Going on, everybody? Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. It's been pretty rainy here, so kind of crappy. A lot of time spent inside. Not the end of the world, but you want the nicer weather so we can get out and play some real golf. But regardless of the weather, we're playing virtual golf too. So we have True Sim on the docket tonight. True Sim, for the most part, is trying to follow the IRL schedule. There will be some weeks where it doesn't, but this week is one of the weeks following the schedule. So we will be heading to the Wissahickon Course at Philadelphia Cricket Club. I have never played the course, but that is more my neck of the woods, hometown, so to speak, growing up in Philly burbs. So it'd be cool just to play something a little bit closer to home, so to speak. All right, what do we have for some quests today? Easy, nice. 3 easy daily quests. Don't need to do anything special for those. I'm not gonna get that one. The chances of me making 9 more putts outside of 30 feet in 2 days, slim to none, considering we got 1 in 2 days last week. My career, we will finish up, and 3 of 10 tonight, or 3 of 3 will put us at 8 of 10. So that'll put us pretty close. Just have to get 2 knocked out tomorrow. So that's pretty straightforward. And then I need to make my first 50 footer on an official course, because I have not made any of those for 50 VC. Not the end of the world if we don't get that one. Would still be nice though. Hey, good evening, Richard. How we doing, dude? Hope all is well. Alright, well, let's just get right into it, shall we? Think so. Actually, while it's top of mind, somebody asked to see my player stats for the Sculptor. So I'm gonna record, not really record, but I'm gonna throw this up real quick, just so it can be seen what I have spec'd out on my build. That way I can throw a link to them. But yeah, so these are my base stats. I have pretty well 2 contact and 3 swing path in my irons and wedges, and then in my driver, and then these are my skills. I pretty well have the main stuff. I don't run driver off the deck. I don't run the recovery shot. So super pick, 2 in the green reader, super pick. The pick shot, not super pick. Can you imagine super pick coming in a clubhouse pass near you? Power drive's used sparingly, but I have it. Yeah, that's the build. Yeah, what's going on, Sneaky Ostrich? How we doing? You're from around the area as well on the Jersey side? Click to check the course out. Amazing player. Any tricks for hitting more accurate marks? It's not... I wouldn't really say tricks. I think the biggest thing is you need to try and create for me at least, create a consistent environment, right? So treat it like you would a real golf swing, right? You want to have the same grip, same posture every time that you set up to it, right? So for me, I always try and sit the same way, hold the controller the same way, feel what your natural swing is, see where that point is. If you're pretty close, then you can make small adjustments on like all right, my backswing needs to be a little more left, or my backswing needs to be a little bit more right. But like, try out different combinations. You got 4 different combinations: left stick, right stick, draw, and fade. So like for me, even on the older games where it was a straight swing path was the objective, I always held my controller. This is what's worked for me. You kind of have to mess and find what works for you. I've always held it where like my thumb is parallel or perpendicular, however you want to call it, perpendicular to the stick, right? Whoops, of course I'm swinging on the actual thing. That always helped me get a straighter line. But with that, my natural grip was a little bit more diagonal, right? Because that loosens the bend, like you get that awkward bend out of your wrist, right? So for me, I always felt like I was swinging right to left. So with this game, I swing as a draw player. So holding it on that diagonal, my thumb is only slightly more rotated, and I feel like I'm pulling a little bit left to like a straight finish. Those are the feels that I've found. You have to find the feel that generates the reel for you. I think that's where it is much more like real golf. So it becomes a lot of repetition. But it's finding, creating as consistent of an environment as you can. Finding a feel and then just getting better and better at repeating it. Any 4%? Oh, maybe 96 is better. Nice. Alright, I'll take it back just a touch. And no problem, Ostrich. So yeah, that's the way that I treat it. It's a game of consistency, and so then the other thing that I always do is I always shape the shot to bring it to the same spot as best as I can. The higher of a shaping stat, the easier that's going to be. What's going on, Poppy? 2K's garbage, Road to the Masters much better. I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I think that's not correct, but if you enjoy it, that's all that matters. I don't like the RNG that's baked into the EA game, so for me that's just a big no-go. I do not enjoy the game just telling me that, hey, you hit a perfect shot and then you just go flying offline. Hey, what's going on, Ferreira? How are you doing? Alright, let's try and get that, let's try and get the extra point. I'll try it one more time. We're gonna come away with at least 2, but I'm gonna give it one more try at 3. Is that open gonna screw me? It is. There we go. Yeah, you can see on the 2 swings there, right? Like, okay, I know my swing is perfectly fine aside from I am open on the follow through, right? So if I'm open on the follow through, then I just know that keep the rest of my swing and my feel needs to be more left. And now I've closed it. So it's, I don't know, I find it helpful to think about things in relative terms. Instead of trying to think, okay, my swing is left to right, think about it in relation to your last swing. And eventually you'll have enough reps under your belt that you'll know what those feels are. More consistently and not have to adjust as much. It's called swirling wind? No. It's not the wind mechanic, Poppy. it's the cone of uncertainty. The giant circle when you aim. That's not a mechanic that you learn. The difference between the two games is on any given shot, I can factor in the wind properly. I can factor in my lie properly. I can pick the right shot. I could even pick you pick the landing spot that you're going for. You factor all of those things in. On EA's game, you have a giant circle, right? The longer the shot, the bigger that circle gets. Not exactly a fun time to me to factor for a 15-mile-an-hour side wind off the tee, aim for a certain part of the fairway, and just get screwed because it puts you in the rough because perfect shot. Like, that's not an enjoyable mechanic to me. If you enjoyed that, that's fine. I think it's passable for a career mode experience, but if I'm gonna try and play in a competitive environment, that's not enjoyable to me. That's my opinion on it. You don't have to agree with it. What's going on, Mad Golfer? It's going well. Johnny, welcome back. All right. Pebble Beach, firm, very soft, medium fast. Winds aren't too bad. The soft greens, have to keep that in mind because whenever I forget that the greens are soft, I always leave the ball short. So that's my take on the mechanics, and also the thing with 2K that keeps me coming back more than just the mechanics is the course creator. The fact that they're great course designers, constantly making new courses, recreating real courses, and EA, I'm left to the same courses forever and ever. It just doesn't have the same replayability for me. Alright, let's see here. 180 yards into a headwind. 185. Can choke down the 6-iron. It might go through a little bit, but it is also softer greens. So hopefully we can sit a 6. Yeah, look at that. I mean, you know it's soft when it's 6-iron. Just as soon as it hits the green. I mean, I know there's a little bit of wind, but it's not really that much. So important. I'll call it important thing to note. I got confirmation from a dev that there are no plans to change the flop swing bias. That's fine, Poppy. You can go hang out with the 2 people that play EA still. That's more than fine. Nobody's forcing you to watch the 2K golf game. Yeah, what's going on, Lance? Welcome back. But basically got confirmation that the flop super flop bias flip is not going to be changed. So I'm kind of just waiting maybe till season 2 to see if any of the new shot types are a draw shot type. But otherwise, there's a chance I don't know. Feels like we should go to the, what's it called? The left-handed fade, but we'll see. We shall see. fade a little 4-iron back here. Soft, so it's actually not going to get away from us too much, which is nice. Get one shot shape in 2K? I can hit a fade or a draw in 2K. I don't... You start with a stock. Like, you have a default shape, but you can shape it the other way. I don't really know what you're trying to... Nice. Trying to prove. Draw. Fade. Just gonna hit a hybrid over here. What's going on, Steve? Ever find that wind doesn't react as it should in some cases? Not really. I would say that if the wind doesn't play, there's probably some other variable that you don't have factored in. That would be my guess. Some sort of the lie, the shot shape that you're playing, the elevation, all of those things play into how the wind plays. The wind is kind of the last variable that's dependent on the rest of them. And soft. So I find a lot of times that the wind not playing feeling is more of a knee-jerk reaction as opposed to a reality. Do you try and go? I feel like you don't try and go for this. You can lay it back, or you can try and go. I feel like the angle's not great. That's inside 70. Oh. Over corrected out of my... Does anybody hit the... I've never actually hit one of these power picks. Do people actually hit these shots? I feel like the swing points are so narrow compared to just trying to hit an approach shot that it's not worth it. Yeah, I'm gonna go full swing with it. Softs, we're gonna be short. Nice little kick out though. Super RNG off the tee. I missed my input. How's the course looking this week? No idea, Lance. We'll find out when we get there. I don't practice anything, man. I have no clue. Alright, I'm gonna try and hit this 6-iron a little bit faded here and then roll it in. Is that gonna get more of, that's gonna get more of a kick away than towards the hole. It's not bad though. That's not bad. A little bit open. Alright, this is a tucked pin in the back right here. Are we actually playing a different pin set? I feel like feel like this is not the pin set that they normally have us on. Got us on pin set 4, nice. I wonder if, does it go pin set 4 when you play 1-round tournaments? Because we've been playing 2-rounders, so it's been giving us 1 and 2 every time. So like, here, Steve. This would play, like this wind is gonna play less because it's uphill. So like my stock carry here is probably about 190 yards, maybe a little bit less. You also have to factor in like your fairway lie, right? If it's 98 or 99%, you know, you're losing some extra distance there. So like I'm realistically playing to here and then the wind is uphill. It's only gonna play a little bit further than that. So I'm just kind of trying to play a fade up the hill here, which is gonna get cut short a little bit. So I want to go something like this. Yeah, that was probably lower playing lie percentage, and then the uphill took out more of the wind than I'm expecting. It also might be that at this length of club, because I've tested it on driver, I have not tested it on the other clubs, so I don't know at what distance or like at what club it starts happening. But sometimes when it says plus % power, it actually takes off distance, which is how it behaved in the last game. After a certain, like, in the last game, it was from your tempo. If you missed it, like, just barely, irons would gain a little bit of distance, but then it would start to fall off. And so what I'm wondering is if in this game, we might just be seeing the same thing happen. So that's something that I'm definitely going to need to test out. Oh, it's going to miss low, isn't it? Son of a gun. Alright, 29 feet downhill. Probably playing about 7 yards, if I had to guess. Oh, man. That's so good. That's so good. But did he not like the shot because it was a slight pull? Downhill into wind. 195. I mean, you're probably playing. Oh, that's tough. There's a chance that this comes up short. I'm gonna give this a little bit. Little bit of the spin taken off to try and cut the wind a little bit and also release to the hole. Because if we don't do that, there's a chance that we will get it short on that slope and then roll back down the hill. We golf with a controller? I mean, on the one hand, I like to think that I'm decent at the game. On the other hand, this is also an official course with, like, really easy conditions. No problem, Steve. GFS, thank you for the follow. Oh, that faded just a little bit more. Got it pin high though. Problem is that's gonna still be a little bit of a breaking putt. Get in there. Yeah, I'm hoping we can make some putts on True Sim this week. Obviously our approach game needs to be pretty good, but we need to make some putts. I pulled it a little bit. How's it going, GFS? Don't get to play as much as you like with having a 1-year-old on your hand. Enjoy the content. I appreciate that. I feel you. I got a 2-year-old, man. So, you know how it is. Now we're in the post bedtime hours. Get a few hours here before I go to bed. Completely understand. I'm gonna take a little bit more off of this one, or not off of, play this one a little bit more left. Okay, a little bit closer. Still need to play that fade just a little bit more. Yeah, what's going on, Pseudo? How we doing, dude? Ooh. You can partial, you know what? I'm gonna run it up here just because. I think with the wind being as low as it is, and there being a hill and it being a little bit softer, I think it's probably not the worst thing. Probably not the worst thing to saw this shot off. It's a tough thing with it being soft greens. You gotta be a little bit more aggressive. I just left it a little short. I got hesitant on my power. Haven't done that in a minute. Got hesitant on it and then just slammed the stick at the top. Your wife is due in 4 months. Any advice for a new dad? I mean, take everything in stride, roll with the punches. You know, some days are going to be better than others. There's going to be a lot of crap, metaphorically and potentially literally, thrown at you. You just gotta roll with it, try and enjoy it. It goes by fast. You know, it's stressful, but also also enjoyable. It's crazy to watch how fast they grow. Next thing you know, you end up like me with a toddler that, like, you could tell that he understood stuff, and then as soon as he started to be able to speak, it just went from there. It just absolutely took off. So I would just enjoy it. Enjoy it. You don't know what you're doing, but you will learn. You'll find what works for you, find what works for your kid. I left the face open. Kick left. Hey, what's going on, Cody? But also, Ostrich, in a little bit here, every stream we play, I would say probably in like 25 to 30 minutes on average. We normally play the Daily Master 2K Ranked Tour. So anybody's more than welcome to join in and play with if they'd like. Still gonna miss it low, huh? Still gonna miss it low. How much is 2K25, Cody? I think it's back up to full price, which is $70. It has gone on sale before, which means it will go on sale again. They do have a free demo. If you're maybe on the fence about it and want to give it a try, all of your progress carries over to the main game. Just a bit outside. What's going on, Quicklin? Welcome back, welcome back. Headache your kids can be when they're little, they'll be a bigger headache when they come to as adults. Yeah. Yeah, simpler times. Simpler times at this age, for sure. This is gonna go up, but in a little bit left, it could be good. Oh, it just ran out of steam. Soft greens. Wind meter speed at halfway? Halfway is about 14, 15 miles an hour. I think 15. Which also happens to be what the if you point the arrow like this, when the wind meter is touching the bottom of it, that's 15. So like for very high winds, I use the arrow as a reference point. 15 when the bottom's flat, 18 when it's sideways and touching the middle tip, 21, 24 at the top. And I know it's 30 when it's full. You typically don't really see above 28, but wife is pregnant with your second this weekend? Congrats, Quicklin. All right, lot of pregnancies and little ones in the chat. A very procreative group we have here. Yeah, Pseudo, it's like every stage of life is just different difficulties, right? Like when they're little, there's a lot of crying because it's like, are they hungry? Are they tired? That sort of thing. And then it goes to like okay, now you get to toddlerhood. They're just upset over every little thing because their emotions and feelings and comprehension of things is starting to grow. Like it just, Then as they get older, you get the social dramas and such of school and all that. Got left of the hole. I never play it enough. I think I have to start respecting the long wedges wind-wise as having a little bit more movement like an iron. What's going on, Henrique? Hey, no problem, Steve. Being a therapist for kids with autism has made parenthood easier? I mean, I can definitely understand that. I think being a therapist of any kind probably helps, because there's a lot of stuff that you have to, you know, deal with coping mechanisms and different things of that nature, right? Like, yeah, there's a lot of trying to make it understood that like certain things are okay, and like that's just how things are. Like, yeah, there's definitely a lot of that. This is a test. It's soft, but it's also, well, it's the fairway, which is not as soft. I don't really know what's gonna happen here. Also, the wind isn't a thing, so I don't know why I'm even... I left the face open, but how's the bounce? It's not bad. That's not bad. What's going on, Smokey? Makes your nerves chill? Wait. Just talking about kids that are making your nerves chill, or what? Or is your wife pregnant too? Ah, okay, okay. Well, welcome on over to Twitch, Ostrich. That context make a little more sense. I was like, we've got another person who's got a kid on the way. What are the odds of this? Be able to teach if they learn different ways, giving you a lot of different perspectives. Yeah, and like that's just because I think it's very easy to give up, so to speak, or get frustrated. I guess is probably, maybe not give up, but I think it's very easy to get frustrated very quickly when it comes to, you know, oh, my kid just whatever, you know, about this. It's like, well, maybe you just have to try like a different thing. You know, every kid has different tics, has different things that work for them. Oh, I did not take enough off of it. That wind really got under it. Easier through Twitch than YouTube? I agree. Some people prefer YouTube, and that's completely okay. That's why we've got 3 different streams. We've got the Twitch stream, we've got the horizontal YouTube stream, and we've got the vertical YouTube stream. I always wonder if some people prefer the vertical YouTube stream because that's something that they're comfortable with, or if they would prefer the Twitch or horizontal YouTube streams if they recognize that it existed. It's one thing that I don't know. Because the thing is, like, different generations use technologies and stuff differently. So, like, for me, I'm a Twitch guy. Yeah, YouTube definitely has the higher quality because it allows it. But I'm a Twitch guy through and through. But, like, I think younger people, you know, you watch shorts and TikToks and stuff, like vertical content is very, very common. But it dies short, isn't it? Oh, man. Definitely a good line to be taken. Definitely a good line to be taken. I mean, we've got a very good warm-up round going. We've got a very good warm-up round going today. Things you absolutely love to see. I'm gonna go 8-iron. This is a little bit more risky. I just want to try something. Go out here. Well, I got the overpower I wanted and then I left the face open. I tried to get aggressive with it. I should have just played it stock, gone left, and tried to play the putt from there, but uphill lie. You gotta go pretty far for this. Easy up and down, though. Used to be hardcore Twitch for years. You just scroll on YouTube Shorts so often now the vertical YouTube stream is what you end up on. Right, and like that's completely fair. And like I have it there as a, you know, try to meet the view kind of thing, right? You know, because I originally, yeah, I've streamed on Twitch for years. I started streaming to Twitch and YouTube last year, and then late last year I started messing around with the vertical streams because I looked at it as two ways. One, there are people that's what they prefer, or that's just the way that they view stuff. And then the other half of that was, I think it's a good, I don't want to call it advertisement, but it's a, you know, it's just another good way to get eyes. Right, and I think as people watch streams in general, I think it's pretty quick to pick up on if they're streaming on multiple platforms, just the way that interactions and stuff go. Alright, we got all 3 daily quests done in one round. What a day. Love to see it. You haven't been on Twitch since Sekiro? 2019, right? I did my Sekiro first playthrough, and that's the only playthrough of the game I had. I think I got through it in like 30 hours. Ishin was tough though. I mean, relative to the rest of the game, Ishin was such a huge jump up. I probably should have gone back at some point and like tried to do some of the other endings and like go for some of the missed bosses, and were they memories, I think they were called, that I hadn't done. Definitely missed out on some stuff there. It was an interesting game too, in the sense that the game came out, I feel like it had like the big variety of people and stuff, but it didn't quite like take off. You know, it didn't have that same kind of, I don't want to say vibe, but like same kind of presence that like the Souls games had. It had a lot of Souls players come to it, but because it was a different game, like it did well, but didn't. And then I feel like there was all of a sudden a resurgence of sorts. I feel like there was a resurgence of sorts where like all of a sudden it started to pick up, not so much with the challenge runs, but the speed runs. I mean, the challenge runs a little bit, the speed runs especially, and then it started to kind of snowball from there. And it had a pretty good run. It really did have a pretty good run there. But I felt like it was a little bit slower out the gate. All right, let's play Waste Management. Yeah, what's going on, Fly Guy? I'm doing well. How about yourself? We're striking things well so far. Can't complain. You've yet to play Elden Ring? Elden Ring is... If you enjoy Dark Souls 3, you should enjoy Elden Ring, I would say. It feels kind of like a Dark Souls 4 in a different universe, but like even bigger. Dark Souls 3 no hit's still your favorite? That's my... I forget who knows what at this point. But yeah, Dark Souls 3 no hit was like... That was kind of what got me... I mean, that was what got me like watching Dark Souls and then into playing Dark Souls and streaming it. And then we did the any percent run. Ah, the lag. And I closed it into the bunker. Nice. That was so choppy. At Waste Management again? At least we're not on the back nine yet. Can't imagine I'm gonna play a full club here. I'm gonna play a full club. But Dark Souls 3 no hit, like, we were the 14th person to ever do the any percent no hit, which doesn't sound all that impressive, but considering there are like hundreds of people that I'm pretty sure have done it at this point. You know, I will definitely take the accomplishment. So we did it back in like 2018, I want to say. Different world back then. Definitely different world back then. The strats were definitely not as crisp as they are now. Some of the things like getting through Irithyll and stuff are super easy. I remember having to dodge the like Fire Knights or whatever you want to call them. I think nowadays they young white branch their way through. Still left of the hole, huh? Dang. Okay, I need to get better. So, for crosswinds, then, what do people play? Like, do people have like I play X number of boxes to the right on a left to right wind, or like how is it just feel? That's one thing that I have not quite gotten dialed in. Yo, what's going on, Brad? How have you been, man? Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome on in, everybody, from Brad's stream. Hello, hello. We're just we're playing some Legend Career to get warmed up. We're gonna play some True Sim later. Play some ranked tours. If anybody's interested in joining in for that, we always leave that one open lobby. I've been well, Brad. I've been well, man. The weather's been kind of crappy as of late, so not getting out to get any golf practice in IRL, but you know, we've got virtual golf. We've been playing some pretty good golf here to open up on the game, so I'm pretty content with that. All right, try and take this left to right, ride the ridge, and see, there's where like I get the wind read wrong, and now I'm going to be top shelf. How do I get the wind read that wrong? Yeah, that's where my problem is right now. That is absolutely where my problem is right now, is I do not have that read in my arsenal at the moment. Just get the wins. Always wrong. Sideways. Headwind, tailwind, I'm really good. Side winds, I've been bad for 3 straight games now. Used to watch me, DJ Natty, Disc, Squilla, Faraz, and Nems a lot. I think DJ Natty is the only one that I don't recognize, Quicklin. Got a problem, Whacker Guy? Yeah, my problem is that I still suck at reading wins. We're 5 years into this, or I guess, yeah, almost 5 years into this, and I still can't hit side wins properly to save my life. Because now, really? Now we're gonna be out here. Well, that's a fortunate kick. Maybe I just gotta... Maybe I'm overthinking it. Runner from Australia that was on when you didn't sleep? Okay, that's probably why I am not familiar. I think the only Aussies that I knew... Or only Aussie. Oh, what was his name? Abyss. Abyss XOXO. What's going on, Synapse? Played round 1 of True Sim, shot a 3 under. Still had no idea how to read putts. I don't think one ever, unless you're Scud, truly knows how to read putts. I think you just get better at guessing. Alright, this should fly it like pin high. I put just a touch into it. Maybe that's the wrong play, but... Oh no, not open face. Open face like a sandwich. I typically play one or two career rounds. I'll play the daily master rank tour with chat, and then I play. So, probably about an hour. Hour close to. Natty and him were friends, okay. Yeah, I'm familiar with Abyss. I think probably because Abyss and Fudge hung out in Squilla's stream. And obviously I modded for Squilla for a while, so was pretty familiar with that crowd. Mostly to warm up, and also because I still haven't gotten my 100 ranked tour rounds, and I still haven't gotten my what do you call it? Like the career mode quest done. Like I still don't have the 60 wins and the sponsors and all of that, so let's try and kill a few birds with one stone. Some of the dailies that require the what's it called? Some of the dailies require official courses, so career and ranked tours are good ways to make sure that happens. Eventually I'll probably drop some career stuff in favor of societies. Underswung that. But it's a good no-stress way to get warmed up, too. Because you're just trying. I'm still playing on Legend Swing, but getting a chance to get my feels in, still read some putts. Don't have to get into rounds that matter right away. So that all just gives me a little bit of time. This pin man every time. 14 yards. Come on, come on, come on. I don't think it's gonna get there. Oh, it's a good line. Couple yards short, need a little bit of an overpower to try and get it there. Also watched Couch Jockey. He ended up moving to the city he lived in at the time. Saw him while playing disc golf. Is that how you found out that he was in the same city? I mean, he's still pretty active. I know he's not at the same that he was, and I think there was probably some time off, but I know that he still does a bunch with like convergence mod stuff. As far as I understand, it's still pretty active. Pretty active in that space. Alright, I'm assuming the choke shot is taking the wind less, and it is, so I shouldn't be misreading it like I do. You know, the convergence mod, I guess I was just enough removed. I guess I was just enough removed from it all. I never played the convergence mod. A little bit too much. I've played, I think the last mod that I played, I guess the only mod that I probably ever played for DS3 was the item randomizer, which I just always thought was way inferior to the item randomizer of DS1. But I don't know if they made a better one at some point, because the item randomizer in DS3, at least at the time, was just like a cheat engine script. Didn't really do anything in terms of like randomizing your key items or anything. Oh, nice. Shaved enough off of the wind that we go into the bunker. Love it. It's a tough pin, and I played it aggressively. 100% played it aggressively. So I'm gonna try this one a little bit differently. I'm gonna try and get it on the green and run it up to the hole. Close. Close, close, close. Alright. Yeah, what's going on, Bubbles? Welcome back. Came back from 3 down, 1 in the playoffs. Get in there. GG's. They made a better one. Good. They should have. Because that first one was pretty bland. Alright. We gotta take a quick break. So we're gonna step off at the turn here. Go grab a drink, get a snack, go to the bathroom, do what you gotta do. When we get back, we will finish the back 9, and then we will hop into the daily Ranked Tour Master event. Anybody is welcome. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. We'll be back in like 3 minutes.
It's raining.
Ads. Alright, we are back. Let's get to it. Everybody's favorite 9 holes. 2K25. Back 9 at TPC Scottsdale. Last time you watched Abbas, though, he was just playing Borderlands 2 for fun. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I've seen him online. The first words out of my mouth want to be somewhat recently, but I don't think that that's necessarily accurate. I know that I've seen him at some point within the past number of months, but I can't say I remember exactly what he's playing. Shot. Be curious, are they gonna actually do that 65 overall league, or are they keeping... Should go and check in on that. Not necessarily the 65 overall, but what the 3-click league looks like. Elden Ring speedrun record 9 months ago. Yeah, but I think he streamed on Twitch outside of that. Like, I don't know for the most part. I know that I've seen Regal, he's been doing like use what you see, like randomizers and stuff on DS1 and streaming it on YouTube and Twitch. I don't know how it is across the board, but I know that I feel like for the most part YouTube is just like a dumping ground for VODs. For most of the guys. Oh, I pulled it. Get lucky. Like, I feel like most speedrunners just use YouTube for VODs and don't actually stream to both. I would have had to have hopped that like into the rough, I think, to have a chance. Oh yeah, Twitch VODs, yeah. It was much easier, and you know, YouTube as a search engine is way better than... Twitch is really good for live, and that's about it. You know, they've tried over the years to make it better for other things as well, but it's just kind of never really been its bread and butter. Twitch has always been good for live. YouTube is getting better at live, but is still a very, very good search engine. You know, the discoverability of things in an offline state is much higher. What's going on, YYZim? How we doing? Decided to start speedrunning every game ever. And the crazy part with him, this is just like always incredible at whatever the game is. I mean, obviously that takes work, but like his natural skill and inclination to pick up some of these games is, I won't say unmatched, but like nearly unmatched. It is very impressive. It is very, very impressive. Okay, with that being 95%, I don't know if I needed to be more to the left. It does not look like it, though. Looks like we actually read that one spot freaking on. Look at that distance control. Spicy. Spicy, spicy, spicy. Yeah, it's easier, you know, when you think about even posting a personal best, you know, but even more so a world record, like, that's stuff that will get fed to people, right, who are interested in the game, interested in speedrunning. Like, YouTube is very good at finding the people that it thinks will watch it. Whereas, like, if you got a world record live on Twitch and then saved the VOD, like, only people within the community that know who you are, that are kind of in that space at that time, like, they're gonna be the ones to stumble across it, right? So it's, yeah, definitely very advantageous to post, you know, to cross post that to YouTube. But I think YouTube is getting better at live, and I don't see really any reason, because, you know, before it was like, well, Twitch doesn't allow it, but with Twitch allowing, oh, that's low, dang. With Twitch allowing you to stream on both platforms, like, why not? Hey, thank you, Reginald. Appreciate it. How we doing? All right, we're coming down the final stretch. Friendly reminder that anybody that wants in on it is more than welcome. We're going to be playing the daily Ranked Tours Master event. Got 3 spots open. So once we finish this round up, I will get the lobby set up. I'll get the room code in the chats, and anybody's more than welcome to come join in. 7-iron. Oh, now I closed it. Dang. Trying to bounce that up onto the green. That probably would have gone a little bit too long. Definitely gonna need a pick out of here. Uphill short, down the hill. Pretty flat, bounce and roll. We'll go out here, 89%. Oh. A little bit outside. Time to go start the stakes. Enjoy. Enjoy. What's going on, Norm? Used to watch Twitch, but you got YouTube Premium? Fairly cheap, and you watch YouTube anyway. Twitch ads are crazy. Yeah, Twitch ads can get pretty bad. I try and mitigate as best as I can how bad Twitch ads can be. So, like, I manually run my ads, at least while we're playing golf, because golf has a flow to it where I can control things a lot better. So whenever we run ads, you know, I also make sure to take a break so that nobody misses anything, because the worst thing is just getting ads in the middle of conversation with a streamer. Now, I recognize that there are situations where it's not optimal. You know, not every piece of content flows in a way where you can just stop and take breaks. But I definitely try to as much as possible. I mean, you can pay for Twitch Turbo. I don't actually know the price of YouTube Premium versus Twitch Turbo. I left the face open. I'm gonna need that to kick left a little bit. That's not left in the slightest. Okay, well, can't spin it. Yeah, that's fun with this. Like, that's death. Do you underhit a spinner on purpose? Like, I'm gonna try this for science. That's 100, so like 90 is like here, so yeah, 78%, you can't. I don't really know what you do there. Because that's like, oh, you put it just in the wrong spot, sucks to suck. Not necessarily the most fun. Discord Nitro. You know, I've never pulled the trigger on any of the premium subscriptions for Twitch, YouTube, or Discord. Yeah, I had a buddy gift me Nitro one time. Mostly because we had a group chat and I was talking about a video that like I had recorded on my phone that I wanted to share and couldn't because it was too big, and so he just gifted it to me. But yeah, I mean, there's probably some way that like I could justify it with content creation and all of that, but I think Twitch Turbo would probably be the one that I would go to first, mostly because that's probably the one that I personally get the most value out of. Oh, did I take too much off of that? Come on. Okay, still a decent kick. Twitch Turbo is 21 bucks a month, YouTube Premium 10.50. That's in the Aussie dollar. Okay, apparently I underpowered that anyway. Not bad. Watch us lose this now. Watch us lose this now. That was close. Oh no. Oh no. Freaking Zalatoris, yeah. Damn. Those putts right at the end. Those putts right at the end cost me. Server said the boost help. I mean, I have a server too, but the use of my server is not very high, so it's kind of like that same thing of like I pay for BTTV Pro, and I've paid for BTTV Pro for years now. But over time, the use of BTTV stuff in my channel has gone down, and I think that's because it's probably partially because of the games that I play and like the audience with it, but I think over time, viewership on all streaming platforms is stronger on mobile devices and TV more for YouTube. But yeah, the mobile viewing is at least 60%. Now you've got a pretty solid sized server then. Yeah, I probably have less than that in my server as a whole. Yeah, I got 56 people online, 98 offline. But anywho. Yeah, that's just yeah, it's also up to kind of like how active your Discord is as a streamer is not entirely up to you. It's also just up to the individuals. You know, not everybody is a Discord user. You know, for some people, like when you're in so many Discord servers, sometimes you just stop joining servers, and like all of those are completely fair things. Over 600 Gs. Yeah, no, I've probably churned somewhere between 130 to 150 for years now. All right, 2K ranked tours. Let me get the room codes in the chats. If anybody wants to play, you are more than welcome. I think they fixed merits, or at least I've been getting merits. So in my mind, that's a fix. I've been getting merits from every round, finishing in the top tier. All right, hot lettuce. Yeah, it's one of those things like I'll call it luck of the draw. I mean, it's not really that, but that's the best way that I can think to describe it. That's the best way that I can think to describe is luck of the draw in terms of like the people that come to your stream that also want to be involved in a Discord server. It's the same way that like, and I don't mean this in any negative connotation or like soliciting subs or donations or anything, but it's also kind of luck of the draw in terms of like down to the individual of how people are with financial support and stuff too, right? Like Beam Racing, thank you for the follow. If you take any two random individuals, right, who have a chance that come across your stream and both enjoy it, not everybody has the same inclinations as to how they interact with content, right? And so I think sometimes there can be like a mental mind games or whatever that go on to a streamer who sees like, oh, well, why does this guy get, all of these gift subs and I don't? Just honestly, some of that comes down to, I mean, it can be multiple individuals. Sometimes it can be one. Sometimes if you have a bunch that do frequently, then like other people feel more encouraged, and there is like a luck component to that. I have never really been there have been ways, but I've never really been like a highly monetized stream. But I'm not gonna sit here and go, oh, woe is me, or like, come on guys, why aren't you giving me, like, I have a day job. I do this for fun. Like, sure, I appreciate it, and like, feel more than grateful when people want to give subs or money or whatever. But like, there's a luck component to that, right? Like, take a pool of individuals, throw them all at the stream. This guy happens to see stream number 1, this guy happens to see stream number 2. Both interact with the stream in a different way, even if they both enjoy it to the same level. Like, that's just how it goes. What's going on, Arun? You're nothing bait? Get in there. Get in there. All right, I'm going to leave it open for like another minute here. I've got the codes in the chat. Anybody is more than welcome to join us. This is the Daily Master Rank Tour. Used to give way too much for donation and subs years ago. Would have like 150 to 200 a month in subs and around 200 to 300 in donations. That's so much money, man. That's so much money. And like, there are people that's how they interact with content. I've always been, blown away by the amount that some people can spend pretty consistently, but you don't know what people do for work. You don't know what people do for their free time, like how they spend their money. Obviously you always hope from this side of the camera, right? Or this side of the screen, whatever you want to call it. You always hope that people are being like still within their means, right? That they're not spending more than they really can afford to on giving people subs or other people money. obviously there's nothing you can do to control that, but like you hope that people are being somewhat reasonable. I'm a software developer, Bubbles. All right. Normal, medium, fast. Let's get after it. See what we can do here. Ooh, man, my computer is really starting to put off some heat. It's getting warm in here, but raining outside, so I can't open the window, even though it's nice and cool out. All right, Arun, let's run it. I don't think we're getting anybody else. So yeah, I'm a software developer by day, family man by evening, late afternoon, and I stream some virtual golf and stuff by night. A Batman, kind of, not really, but you haven't seen me and Batman in the same place at the same time, so just throwing that out there. Not very good. There's no worries, man. There's absolutely no worries. And I might say, McMenamin, thank you very much for the follow. Now the question is, how long until... I know you're excited to play, Arun. How long until you are so excited to play that you hit the... you hit the ready button? There we go. Oh, that's you on Twitch? Thank you. Appreciate it. On YouTube for the vertical chat? The vertical chat. Are you saying like how you... Like do you have the chat window below the stream window? Is that what you mean? I guess I'm not entirely following that one. Probably spending a lot, but you're young, dumb, and still living with your mom. Well, I mean, there is something to be said there, Quicklin, right? Like, obviously, yeah, the financially responsible thing, right, is to have taken the money that you're saving by not having rent and saving that, right? But, you know, the other side of it is you did not have the expense of rent every month. So the money that you were spending was definitely not as egregious as if you were spending that and also still needed to cover rent and groceries and, you know, all of those things. There we go. Hit the hole-in-one yet, Santino? We hit a hole-in-one last Monday. That's our last one. We had a hole-in-one in Albatross last Monday. I hit 2 eagle hole-outs from range last week, Tuesday and Thursday, but no hole-in-ones, I think, since the last request. I know we're slacking. Only 4 hole-in-ones on the game so far. I'm gonna go over here and like hope that the 8-iron kind of bounces and rolls from right to left. Oh, really? That's tough. That's tough. And this is like a putt. This is like a putt. I suck at putts, so that doesn't really help me with anything. Look at that. Missing it low. Like a putt. Gotta figure that out. I'm upset that the 8-iron just died on me there. Pay for your car and whatever else you want to do, so it could have been worse. Yeah, that's like, I think it's a very common thing, you know, if you live at home, that expenses get diverted more to, you know, entertainment and we'll call it self-fulfillment. I mean, I think it's all just a personal thing at that point, like what people enjoy doing. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into the financial philosophies and whatnot. Yeah, I don't want to sit here and tell anybody what to do with their money. Everybody has different aspirations, different life goals. What's going on, Kine? Welcome back. Finished 4-round qualifier at 6 under. Do you think it'll get a card? I don't know what the course is like. I'm gonna guess. My guess is gonna be this kind. So the qualifying event. Well, actually, hold on. 4-round qualifier. Are you talking about the plat qualifier? Or are you just talking about the overall TGC qualifier? You said get a card, so I'm assuming overall. I just want to make sure that I'm speaking to the right thing. Okay. I think that you're gonna have to shoot probably at least a bit better than the original qualifier, because you have to understand with the original qualifier that was for everybody, so that was playing more of like a pro tour track with some tougher conditions, and out of like 1,800 people, 10 under got in, right? So I think in any given CC, even if it's a slightly more difficult week than normal, I still think you're gonna have to shoot probably well into the double digits under par. That's my guess. You can think of me like Jon Snow, I know nothing, but that's my guess. Now that the CC events, though, are going on, you can probably start to use those as a little bit more reference. You know, you can probably start using those as a little bit more reference. I thought that downhill lie was gonna fly it. It did not. No meter putting is getting slightly better. General tip, I would say, My general tip for you, Kyan, would be on the distance control. 50, like yeah, I would say about 50 to 50 to almost 60% is just past your back foot. If you're under 50%, which is not much, you're going to be in here, like inside your back foot. If you're going 70s, you're going out to like here. And then, 80s is going to be this longer stroke. It's pretty forgiving, and I would honestly just say, like, if you play the ranked tours on Master or on Pro, use the vibration. You want to line it up to a visual. You want to line it up to a visual. Because you're not going to have the meter, but you are going to always have a visual reference that you can utilize. Okay. We're just going to go at it and try and get up on this shelf. I'm not really too concerned with how far it rolls out. I'm just trying to get it up here. What's going on, Private? Welcome back. RJ, how we doing today? Overtime in Knicks Celtics game 1. Knicks were down 20 points at one point. As a Sixers fan, I hope they both lose. I know that's not possible, but I hate everything about that series. You miss a lot of birdie putts? Same. Same. Tiring Axis, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. There's not much good that can come from this. Like, it's gonna be a really long approach shot. I mean, and by approach shot, I mean like really long putt or some sort of chip or something, but I'm gonna test myself on short game. I'm just gonna go for it. Test the short game out. Actually not. Thunderwing at all? I don't follow basketball closely enough, and I don't have anything against them. I don't think, so sure, why not? Why not? %73%. Don't think I got it left enough. Yeah, kind of. I would say that's probably the best rule of thumb. You can similarly do, I would say, in like 5% increments for full swing partials. So like 100% is here, but 95%, 90, 85, 80, and like 75 is like a club head around shoulder height. You know, find hand positions, find... Yeah, because if I brought that back, it's a slower swing, but you can feel that it's at that point like just above the shoulder. So you just kind of find those reference points so that when you don't have the meter and you don't have the vibration or anything, you still have a visual reference of when you're swinging, which I think is a better way to go. Makes it feel a lot more fluid. I think this is gonna fly at about pin high, so that's, yeah, definitely too short. Take a little bit off. I wish I hit the 98% like I wanted to. Gigamags, what's going on? Help an old guy out. How do we unlock the hickory wedges? Are hickory wedges the ones that come from getting one? Is it like Greenskeeper to 90? Or were hickory wedges the ones that like had some special task, like some special quest early on in the game that some people it like wouldn't pay out for? 68-14 is the youngest team in the league, back-to-back first seeds in the West and have the MVP. I mean, I would imagine with all of those that they're the betting favorite. I mean, obviously there's a reason why you play. There's a reason why you play the game, right? But that on paper sounds promising. Oh, I can not really cut it back. Okay, got it. I left the face open. Makes me kind of wonder what I would have been left. I absolutely would have been left if I hit that on the nuts. Yeah, what's going on, Jim? A bomb low drive? One of them stingers? Ah, that's low. Sometimes you just tell when it breaks at a certain point. Yeah, I think it's definitely a good thing to get reference points. I think that should help anybody out in trying to hit the partials. Do I even need to? It's far back there. I can't sting this one. I can't sting this one, Jim. Oh, I left the face open. Dang. Got the overpower the way I wanted. Don't hit the tree and go in the water. Okay. Well, that was exhilarating. Not the greatest, but I mean that's what happens when you miss. Oh, come on. Wow, okay. Push open. Apparently I'm getting pretty lax on my putt stroke. What's going on, Kelly? As good at this game yet as I was on 23? In some senses, yes. In other senses, no. Yeah, I mean, I would say yes. I would say I'm equally as bad at putting on both games, but I feel like approach game is pretty good. 2K23 definitely had more. I definitely had more control over some of the shot shape. Like, I think this game just has some limitations. But we still hit a fair amount of good shots. But I still do that. I miss way more putts than I should. Yeah, Riggsy. The technician could probably be fine. Here, we're gonna hit a little fadey stinger. Probably get ourselves in trouble, but Man of the people. There you go, Jim. Double bogey and bogey on the front nine. It's alright, don't let it define you. This was not exactly the hole to use that on. I've got a really long shot now. Great. And it's gonna go too far. Not a bad shot shape, but it's a freaking hybrid, so this is definitely a lot firmer. Definitely a lot firmer than what we were playing on career mode earlier. Well, it's at least on the other side of the hole. I've been missing so many low side. What up, Bruce? Yeah, this is the Daily Master event. No, it's fine, Jim. This is not something that I'm stressing over. Actually, lay this back. Whoa, 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 whoa. Apparently I lost my grip. Perfect line, just got a high roll out of it, which you don't get a ton of from the heavy rough. Knicks won game one. I don't know what I hate more, the Knicks or the Celtics right now. Probably the Celtics. I hope neither of them win it all. We don't make putts, that's not my thing. Jake, thank you for the follow. Hoping you can get this game someday. I mean, I would expect that at least by Christmas time it'll have a big sale. And like there's plenty of life left in the game for you to jump in late and still enjoy it. All right, 7-iron, a little short. A little short should be to our advantage. I'm getting in my head and I'm starting to mess with my swing points. Natural swing back. I mean, obviously it's a putt, so not here. There we go. I gotta go natural swing back and like, this is the swing thought I had to have last week when I started to think about it too much. Natural swing back and then get the finish. I'm gonna play a little choke cut. Try and get it off this ridge. There we go. This is probably gonna bounce too far forward and not enough right. I'm trying to get momentum from the left-hand side of the green. So I can't attack that pin head on. There we go. I prefer 2K. I prefer 2K. I mean, like, if you're talking just, like, overall, I mean, I haven't played the old EA ones. I only played 06 and 10, I think. Yeah, those probably have a nostalgia piece to it and would probably be fun to go back and play, but as far as, like, modern EA, it's 2K easily for me. Switch to 2K21. Yeah, 2K21 was an interesting one in the game series. Being able to play it on Switch and being able to play it on what was the other platform? You could play it on like Stadia, I think. Back when that was a thing. I'm gonna start out to the right. I think because I'm choking the shot, the wind's not gonna take it as far left. Get it just on the green. It takes such an angle. I wasn't really trying to roll it up to that hill. Yeah, I guess the right to left takes the momentum so much that way. I don't know if there's a way. Maybe if I play a little bit more of a cut, it doesn't take such a strong. Doesn't take such a strong angle. Get in there. Get in there. Also, thank you on the shirt. Yeah, it's getting warm enough. You know, crack out my athletic wear, basically. Get my golf polos out because they're like that dry fit material. Hey, thank you, Arun. See this wind. If I just overhit it. There's the 101. I think getting 101 versus 100%. That took a lot softer bounce than I thought. I was trying to land it on the green, which is why I went for the 101, but that wind played just enough in. It's like that weird balance of you're trying to find the front edge of the green so it can bounce and roll out, but you don't want it to land on the... You do not, whatever you do, want it to land most times on the fairway if you're trying to land it on the green, because a lot of times the fairway kick is a lot more aggressive. Alright, I'm taking this one on because if you do, your approach shot is way better. What's going on, Assorted? Is this a real course? Well, so the one that we're playing right now, this is not a real course. The course that we're going to play next is the actual Philadelphia Cricket Club Wissahickon Course that they're playing on the PGA Tour this weekend. So the one currently is not. Next course is the one in the title. The main event, if you will. .79 wind in, and this 6-iron is long, 6 yards short, yeah. Choke is 6-iron. Hopefully it's not too short. Wind's gonna take it over, it's up the hill, and it chokes so a little bit less. I don't want to get it too far outside left, but I need it to turn over a little bit. Well, that's a heck of an approach shot to finish on. Get in there. All right, we struggled in the middle. I mean, still got to 15, but we definitely missed our fair share of putts and some inputs along the way there, but still a solid round. Hey, thank you for playing. Always, I think it's always fun to have people join on in and play with. You know, a little bit of sense of community. I'll have to see as time goes on, like, are the ranked tours still worth it? Is it a thing that people are still going to be playing? Maybe we change it to a society, event, and maybe then it won't be my society. Like, I don't have a society. Disclaimer. I'm not saying that, but I think at some point it may turn to society play, and so if people want to hop in for that, they can. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. What's going on, Lucas? I am the society? No, Mayor. I'm not the society. I cannot make such a claim. But Lo siento, Señor Lucas. Estoy bueno. ¿Y tú? Alright, so we did end up in 4th last week. We got freaking beat by Rio again by 1 stroke. I feel like this is getting to be too common of an occurrence. I think I've lost by 1 or 2 strokes to Rio in all 4 events so far. So we're playing very similar golf. Hopefully we can come out ahead. Take my word for it. I said, I'm sorry, Mr. Lucas. I'm good. And you? Don't worry, my Spanish is I'm digging deep. We're going back to like middle school Spanish. See, I had a little bit more. I had 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, and then for college, because I'm a computer science major, you had to take 1 year, or you had to take up to like level 2 of college, which is like Spanish 4, or whatever language, because computer science, in case those don't know, has a lot of language to it. Computer languages, there's a lot of semantics and all that stuff, so. There a pitch type shot in this game where it doesn't roll out like crazy? Spinner. Spinner is a little bit shorter carry, but the spinner will be it'll be like a slightly lower flighted shot. It'll take like 1 hop and stop. Depends on the greens, and like if you're hitting out of rough and stuff, it'll still roll, but like that should help you a little bit. Or you just try and not put yourself in that yardage. That's the other side of things. So yeah, I have a little bit more Spanish, but it's still been a while. I think I did a brief stint on Duolingo a number of years ago, but even that was still at least 5 years ago, so some stuff's just stuck with me. Anywho, we're heading to the title. We're heading to the stream title, Wissahickon Golf Club. This is a LiDAR recreation by Bacon Junkie. I can't do that, Mayor, but you know me, I've never been able to do that. I have never been able to do that. Alright, we gotta take like a quick 3-minute break. As always, I want to say thank you all for hanging out and watching. Greatly, greatly appreciate y'all. If you're new here and enjoying, you can drop a follow, you can drop a sub on the YouTube. If you want to find your way back here, the Discord is also a way to get that done. We've got stream notifications and updates. And then, if you drop a like on the YouTube video, it'd be much appreciated. Helps me out immensely. Lets YouTube in the algorithm, all that good stuff that you always hear content creators talking about. It helps. That's how they know people enjoy it and that they should push it to other people. So that's my little spiel. We'll be back in 3 minutes, and then we've got 2 rounds of True Sim coming up. I will be right back.
It's raining.
Ads. We are back. Character looks like a fat Bert Kreischer. Well, I'll have you know, Mayor, that this is a nice character. It is 69 in every stat. Any resemblances to anything else, well, I guess good on them. Good on them. All right. Philly Invitational at Wissahickon Golf Club, a LiDAR recreation of the Wissahickon Course at Philadelphia Cricket Club being played this weekend on the PGA Tour. Let's see what we've got here. Default conditions are firm, and medium fast, but that doesn't mean we're going to see anything default. We will find out here in the settings. Back tees, high winds out of the south, moderate. Okay, so greens, fairly gettable. We just gotta try and get these things close, and hopefully we can make some putts. Hopefully we can make some putts. All right. First tee, we can throw this thing down. I mean, into the wind, bounce it out, and then have a wedge in, I think is a pretty reasonable thing to do. I think with the way the wind is kind of sideways, going out over the bunker and letting that wind bring it back left. Definitely not the worst thing. For whatever reason, I finished way closed on that swing. We're gonna get lucky and stay fairway, but I gotta swing straighter than that. That's for darn sure. All right. Well, we left ourselves between wedge and 9-iron, which is kind of unfortunate. 157 yards. If it plays the 12, it's 145. 143. 139. So this choked approach, try and lift it a little bit with this loft and spin. I know it's kind of a big ask here. It's gonna start right. It's not gonna want to cut back as much. All right, back on for 100%. Okay, that's a good lofted adjustment. Not going to be a simple putt, but we got it inside of 10 feet, so we give ourselves a chance. Got to see if we can tell anything from the green here. That's giving me right to left. That's giving me flat to right to left. One gives me a little bit. Right, yeah, I think it's flat and then right to left, so it's 121 greens. I'm actually kind of okay giving it a little bit of pace. Trying to envision this like there. Okay, so that still broke a little bit more than I would have liked to have seen, but we will take birdie. We will take birdie coming out the gate. 430 yards. I mean, it's downhill, downwind, but I don't think you're wanting to do that. Even at 260 downhill, downwind, I'm going to go hybrid. I'm going to go hybrid to be safe here. At least I think it's safe. It's moderate, so it should be. Yeah, 3-wood or driver, definitely problematic. I don't know if driver can get over. Moderate greens, wedge approach in hand. Should be pretty aggressive with it. I want to land at like 134, 135, like be very aggressive with it. Pitching wedge on a choked approach. I mean, we're probably looking at this thing going a little bit long. So if you take it off to 97%, I mean, there's a chance on something like this that we hit the rhythm a little bit hot. And go long. But I'm hoping that this is like a hop and check by the hole. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. Get in there, guy. Beautifully executed on the rhythm. I mean, again, with the tailwind and everything, like, it's 121 to the pin. I guess it's effectively almost 122 the way that's measuring out. It's playing like closer to 123. Wind at the back, though. I mean, we're not going to get enough out of this. Not going to get enough out of this. It's at the diagonal, so I think you have to choke this. Or maybe hit it full, but either way, wind's gonna play a little bit more, and we've gotta choke this shot. Okay, let's try and think our way through this. If it's like a 9-10 mile an hour wind and it's crooked, yeah, now we're playing 7-8. It's a wedge. It's not quite. So we'll give it like 5 to 6. 5 to 6 at the back. The 123, 117 is kind of our mark here. Yeah, I think so. So like a 90, we'll go like a 91% shot is kind of my guess. And since we're choking it down, I'll go a little bit more at it. I'd say the guesstimation was pretty well spot on there. Ding one off the flag. Alright, oh, this is a par 4. I'm definitely not putting the power drive in. I saw the distance and the headwind and immediately thought about power drive, but that's definitely not what we want to be doing here. Playing about 220. How much room do I have to work with? Oh, I can just hit this. More than likely, we're landing like 9 yards short. It's moderates. Punch it through, maybe hit like a 1% overpower. How far right is it? There's a little bit of room. Basically just trying to factor for if we miss this to the right. That wind didn't bring us over the way that we wanted. Okay, another birdie putt. Let's see if we see anything. I mean, the way that it curled, it's probably marginally left to right. Is this just like small break the whole way? I think so. Don't want the power meter up. It's cheating. It's cheating, I tell you. Alright, well, good start. Very, very good start. It's just a matter of, can we keep this up through the course of the tournament? Got 204 to the front. I mean, the way that last one rolled out, we hit the 1-0, we hit everything that we wanted. This one will probably roll a little bit further. 203, 207. The wind a little bit. Maybe 208, 209. 6 yards further, 203, and then a 12-yard roll on the... Ah, see, that's where we land short. Not sure what's gonna be best here, but it's a little bit of a choke shot, so I'm gonna leave it a little bit closed. It's not great. The unofficial competitive community, I would say yes. I would say yes, mostly because they have dev support for the API access to be able to pull scores and host it on their website. Nobody else has that. You know, in the player base and everything. No. It's breaking that way. It just hung. Oh, man. Almost still managed. Bad tee shot. Almost bailed it out. And kept the birdie train rolling to start the round. But we'll take a par there. Hey, good evening, Crypto. How we doing? Fire away. I'm always game for questions. Alright, wind at the back. I mean, I guess, again, this is kind of like that. It's almost playing 146, so land it like 143, 144. That's the number that we're looking at. This is playing 153. It's probably playing like 147. So if I'm saying landed there, it's almost... Landed like 146, which means this is about 5 yards short. So I'm definitely in between. Let's de-loft a little. Try and hit like a 101. Might be a little too skippy. It's moderate greens. Yeah, that's not bad. Just got a little bit off to the left with the wind misjudgment there. Had it set to their next to their gamer tags, the real name. How do you do that? So I use a user script. I use one called Tamper Monkey. Basically, it's an extension that allows you to write scripts that you can utilize on web pages and stuff. So I have one written that every time I go to a TGC leaderboard, it searches for certain stuff in the HTML and pulls those out and puts it in. If you join my Discord and scroll up a little bit in the virtual golf section, you should see the script posted. Honestly, I should probably pin it. So this is left to right the whole way. It's the vibe that I'm getting. And with this green speed, I'm actually, inclined to keep it. I'm like here. Wow, okay. I made the extra little adjustment because I remembered early putts that I thought didn't, or they broke a little bit more than I thought, so I made that move. Yeah, let me Let me go back. Gonna pin that. So yeah, now it's a pin message in the virtual golf channel. And I don't think like Tamper Monkey is by no means the only one that you can run it with. That's just what I have used. That's, I think, the only thing that I even use Tamper Monkey for. So it's not like I'm a big user of it or anything. This is gonna come out like 220 something. 260, 245. Probably lands about pin high here. I think if we take it back to like 96% or so, you probably land this like right in the front. Right. Nice stripe. Get left. Get left. I thought the... Oh, man. I thought the wind and lie was going to do more. Get in the bunker. Can definitely take the pick shot up and down on the par 5, but... Yeah, wanted to have a chance at it. It's right to left. Actually, a splash might be okay here. A splash might be okay here purely because it's not a crazy... Not a crazy, like, green speed or anything. Oh, wow. Okay. I was clearly very wrong about that. Why'd that roll so much? That's a 60 degree. Dang. Dang, 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 dang. That's quite costly. Turn. Oh, you suck. All right, that's a mistake. That's a mistake. Can't be doing stuff like that. That's kind of where it gets me. Is I think there are holes like that that I let slip away too often. I'm actually gonna take this down to a 4-iron. Mostly so I can get a fuller shot in. I mean, it's a tucked front pin, so this might be problematic. I'm gonna carry like 107. I need to carry this like 119 like on the dot. So yeah, I gotta carry this like 117. $121, 28. I gotta take like 11 yards off of this. I think this is again kind of like in that 91% ballpark, and then just gotta hit it smooth. It's below the feet and uphill. It's peeling. I still want to be a little bit left, I think. No. That's closer than I want it to be. Off the fairway. That shows left to right. I don't think it's as drastic because it's not looking like anything crazy. other than from here. So it's like, do I trust one view? Maybe play it like half. What is it? 65%? That's a huge way to stop the par train. Yeah, that's like educated guess there. One way looks like it's breaking, other way looks like it's not. Play it as a half break. Like play half the break that you see. Is that like a general rule of thumb that one should use? Probably not. No idea. See, I don't... Hold on. Power drive, 316, 324... Push closed. Just get in the bunker. I mean, I think realistically that's all you need. If you hit it square on, you can get on the green, great. If not, I don't think a bunker shot is the worst thing. Feels a little bit downhill. Definitely feels, I don't know. Felt like I was seeing some left to right. Question is, do you play a splash shot out by feel and let it roll, or I think you play a pick. 50 degree. 4 yards of bounce and roll out on a pick shot. Yeah. A little below the feet. And then a little bit of bleed left to right. I think I should try and aim to be maybe closer to under the hole here. Hold it. One little release. Oh, you son of a gun. I would have loved to take an eagle there. An eagle to finish the front nine would have been very nice. 180 yards. Just barely 180 yards. 7-iron downhill. Wind back in. I think if you play a little bit of fade, and a little bit of loft, that should shave off some distance, try and sit it nicer. Then you just have to play it so that you don't go right of the screen and short side yourself. Yeah, I didn't have it in me to aim any more to the right. Oh, that looks too flat. I mean, sometimes straight putts do exist. I'm seeing break from both angles. Great. If anything, put it a click right. Hammer it. Yeah, there was just a little right to left wiggle at the end. All right, we've got birdies fallen. We got birdies fallen. There were a couple of input mistakes, a couple of mental mistakes. I think sometimes, like I think that par 5, I played too aggressively in the sense that like I'm trying to hole it out, so I'm playing for like this front piece of the green. Should have just played something to get on the green and 2-putt it. I mean, I should have gone up and down from the bunker, played a splash, roll it long. Like, that's compounding mistakes. That is compounding mistakes. What's the number we're looking for? Probably right at 119. Probably right at 119. Okay. 119 playing 125, playing probably like closer to 127. Uphill in a little bit. You give it just a little touch here on the 50 degree, while slightly below the feet. It's not all that much. Wind definitely going to play a little bit more because it's a 50 degree wedge. Ooh. Okay. The uphill lie, I did not de-loft and take enough spin off of it. So now we're looking at 15 feet and a little left to right. Little bit left to right. 60%. Gonna go out here. Just grab the inside edge. Just grab the inside edge. That's another bird. Okay, here we go. Par 5. I could try and power drive, but I don't know that it's wide open enough. So I think what we're gonna do here is try and aim more right side of the fairway. Let this ball drift back. I'll just try and overpower it. I got a little bit too aggressive on that swing though. Somehow managed to close it, so now we're in not such a fun shot and can't get to the green in two. Love that for me. That was a good job, Colby. That was great. All right, well, let's see, 93%. Probably hit it like 94% because it's moderates. Oh, I underswung it, which I guess was a good thing because that wind took me a lot further than I wanted to go. Oh, okay. Don't exactly love that, like, for the mental. I, like, went through that pretty quickly and that feels slightly left to right in the beginning, but that also feels slightly right to left. And I'm feeling more right to left in this the more that I look at it. There's the movement at the end. Yep. Dang. Take your time, Colby. What are you doing? What are you doing? You have to swing normal. I hit like my normal swing and like my normal club swing and not my putt swing. Ah, that's terrible. That's terrible. That's what I'm saying about compounding errors. That is precisely what I'm saying about compounding errors. It's so dumb and I do it so much. 100%, right? Let's just make up for it right now. That's better. My putt swing has to be way more to the right. And even there was still way under. That's just so stupid. So silly. Like, there's no reason. No reason to do that whatso freaking ever. And anywho, alright. Gotta leave it in the past. Gotta leave it in the past, because if I don't, it's just gonna haunt us. Okay, so this is barely 99. The wind is a little bit in. It's a little bit downhill. The lie could be slightly. I actually think I need to give it a little bit of D-loft. Yeah, because look at this. Falls above the feet. You throw it up. Not crazy, but here's the wind now. I hope I'm not doing that too much. Okay, still had a little bit of bite. It was good feel. I'm gonna need good feel on the left to right of this putt. Get in there. Okay. I mean, despite mistakes, we're still doing some good things. It's just like, how can we get anywhere close to that level that Scud's at, where he's hitting like 15 unders pretty frequently? 239. It's moderate, so it's still. To me, this is tough because I don't think that you're gonna get this to chase 16 yards on moderates. So I think you have to take the hybrid, hit the straight ball, get the wind moving it so that you're on the line you want. I think you have to hit it, yeah, like 97%. 96. Maybe we'll get lucky. Decent line. Looks like he's gonna kick left. Yeah, 97 was a good feel, but we have a birdie look. I'm feeling slight left to right into straight. To give it a little bit of pace. Slight left to right at the start. Just kind of put it like left edge. Funny. Okay. This course has been we've been pretty good on the reads. We've been pretty good on the reads. Been the mistakes between the ears that have cost us. I'm gonna go down 3 wood. Just as long as I can put myself to fuller wedge shots, I think that's where we want to be. I think the pin's playing about 122. I think if we maybe loft that a little bit. That's my guess. I'm hoping that I'm not too terribly wrong on this. This needs to play a little bit closer to a full, because it's a 50 degree and it's been playing more like a full wedge. See, I was right. Need to play more loft on it. I don't think I was ever gonna play 4 yards worth of loft though. It's a downhill 13-footer. This looks like we've got some left to right in it. With that in mind, then it looks flat. The ladder like third with a little bit of left to right. I'm not gonna go too far here. Oh wow, yeah, look at that. I felt like there was a little bit of right to left at the start. I did not sense that snap being there though. I did not sense that snap. Felt like there was gonna be like a slight nudge that way, but nothing that aggressive. I think that should drift back into the fairway. I underhit it. Oh, but we get away with it. 145. I got about 12 miles an hour of wind. Diagonal like this though, maybe call it 6. So it's playing like kind of in that 153 ballpark. I think you've got to play it with some loft and spin here, because it is 9-iron choke, so it's going to want to come out just a touch. Wind's going to play a little bit less, but still needs something. Come on. Get down. Open face leaves us right. Still decent. It's just a bit downhill. Trying to get the read on it down the hill is not going to be easy because that looks right to left. Oh yeah. Right to left in the beginning. No, I think it's still the whole way there. Okay. Just a little bit more straight in it. All right, we're at double digits. Let's try and get one more. I'm a little bit disappointed that that bogey shouldn't have happened. A couple of mental shots. Still have to look at this round pretty positively, I think. A bit more. All right, it's a good swing. Cover the tree, kick left, settle. It's moderate, so even with this slope, I feel like we should be fine. I'm just hoping we didn't get ourselves too close. Okay, 109 yards. We've got a 111-yard shot with a downhill lie, so maybe we're trying to take something off of this choked approach, like put a little loft and spin into this guy. Oh man, Yeah, that downhill lie got us for sure. Holy cow, that flew. It's so hard to judge them too. It is so hard to judge those downhill lies. Also, are we in a valley or are we more on that left to right side? I think it's just a touch left to right at the feet. What if I try and get a closer look? Feels kind of valley-ish, but yeah, I am feeling left to right. It's definitely more relevant here. Left to right. That last bit of putt. Supposed to go a little more. Ah, come on. Alright. Alright, 10 under to open. 10 under to open. Ugly bogey. Ugly bogey. Couple of par fives squandered. Definitely a few strokes off of what we could have played there, but not a terrible opener. I think that's the thing for me across the board is not letting those mistakes happen. Yeah, I feel like we do a decent job setting ourselves up. Obviously, we made some putts, we missed some. You know, it's an educated guessing game. But we definitely could have set ourselves apart from the pack there and gotten to probably pretty comfortably like 13, right? Score the 2 par 5s and don't give up that ugly bogey. But we can't dwell on it. Cannot dwell on it. We go again for round 2. Try and build on what went well and try and not make the same mistakes. All right, we gotta take a quick break. This one's gonna be like 2 minutes, just to make sure that all the pre-rolls and everything are Gonzo Alonzo. So appreciate y'all hanging out. I will see you guys back here in 2 minutes, and then we will get going with round 2 of Trucive. BRB.
It's raining.
Ads. Alright, we're back. My one Twitch alert, it says the follow alert was from 60 minutes ago, and the one right below is an hour, so I'm wondering where exactly the rounding comes in, I guess in the upper 59s. Anywho, round 2, looks like we're going to be off those back tees once more. This time the winds dropped to medium. We've got moderate, and default greens, so I think the green speed technically picks up just a touch, but really shouldn't be too much different than round 1, so it'll be more a matter of where are they placing the pins here in round 2. Now, do we want to hit a bomb out here? I think we do. Just take driver out over the middle. Because I feel like I'm okay if we have a wedge that we can go a little bit long and spin it back. Actually, honestly, didn't even get out as far as I may have thought. The 126. I mean, I'm gonna try something here. This is probably a dumb play. I'm gonna try and take this long and spin it back, as opposed to just going right at it. Mostly because it's more fun. I don't think there's anything inherently better about that shot. That looks slight right to left. Okay, so 145s, it is actually quite a bit better. Or not quite a bit better, quite a bit faster. Okay. 10 a.m. flight tomorrow for works. Stop watching, actually pack a bag. Probably a wise choice, Pseudo. Probably a wise choice. Appreciate you hanging out. Safe travels. I will catch you later. Oh, see, this is okay. So that's 11 yards down to the hole, but it's further than that down this hill. Now, that doesn't really change anything here, but it is something to keep in mind when you're thinking about how far is a shot going to carry out and what is its follow-up going to look like. So I think we're still going to play it safe here. Take a hybrid. Because I think you can get tripped up a little bit taking the 3-wood and probably end up running into the rough at the end. End of the road. So this choked approach is gonna take us to, gonna fly us a little bit past the hole, couple of yards. So I think we need to take a couple of yards off just to get it short. We don't have a ton of room to work, so I think I'm okay with this, and hopefully it sits nicely. Let's go straight at it. I don't know really how the green looks a little bit right to left, so I'll go just a touch outside. I left the face open, that's not good. Underswung, face open, get so lucky. You know, we're on the flat, but yeah, flared myself into a bad spot on the green, little right to left. Try and read it like a putt. Maybe a little bit more right to left. Just get it out of the rough onto the green. I'm okay with it. Underswung it a touch. I'm really just trying to get up and down from there. Obviously, I would love to score, but that's an errant shot. That's an errant shot. Can't have errant shots. Ooh, 50-degree wedge up a hill. It should get some bounce, which means I need to play just a little bit of loft on it. Now I'm overcorrecting. Gosh darn it. Just shot 20 under in ranked map? Get in there. That's a buried ball. On an uphill lie. Oh. 13. Gonna take a 56 out of here. Oops. Okay. Good up and down. We can't be having these shots though. Nice and easy on the swing. Nice and easy on the swing. Best score was a 17 under before. You'll never see an 18 or a 19, and you never will. That's the spirit. That's the spirit. Gotta keep Streets 112 alive and well. Oh, come on, man. I'm just digging myself a hole here. Just absolutely digging myself a hole. Is there any chance? I don't think it's that high. I think you can. Honestly, that looked like a mishit from that angle. Like, it looked like it hit the top of the lip, but then I saw the blue trail flying. At least we're on the green. The double. I gotta watch that back again. Freaking classic meme. So good. It's a little bit right to left. Like, it's strong right to left at the feet, and then not nearly as strong the rest of the way. Ugh. Close. Okay. Well, missed inputs has cost us, and we've hit the par train early. We've hit the par train early into the second round. I mean, judging by the scores here, there were a lot of people at 10 under through 1. It looks like the scores are not nearly as forgiving here, probably because the green speeds. They're looking for, what's it say? Yeah, four iron on these conditions. How much? I guess the question is, yeah, so that's 4 yards to the edge of the green. Playing about. If I play just a touch of like fade on this, that should give us a straighter ball flight. Oh, is this all kicking left? You son of a gun. You son of a gun. Can you see that on the yardage book? I guess you can. I guess you can see that. Well, what, I would have had to probably hit an overpower, I guess? So let me look down low at the hole, you turd. Kind of flattish up top, if not left to right. definitely not the case going up the hill. Is that left to right? Is it left to right going up the hill? Or is it right to left? I think it's left to right. I think it's left to right. Alright, we're just gonna take the 78%er, try and not get too far away from things. Not bad, it's just I don't want pars. It's really what it comes down to. I just don't want pars. Alright, this is a par 4. We've got to just send it down as far as we can, though. It's going to be a long approach shot in. Okay, that at least helps. That at least helps. Because now we're playing like 146, 145, get a little bit of tailwind going. Like 150. What's the choke date look like? 163, 154, 152 or 3? 157. That gets us up to the top of the ridge. Yeah, I think you have to choke the 8 and kind of hope, honestly. Oh boy, that was closer than I wanted it to be. The thing is that it's just still a putt. It's not even a guarantee of any sort. Seeing left to right, kind of seeing it on both accounts here. Not as much this way, but definitely seeing it the whole way. So if I'm seeing it the whole way, seeing it there. If I'm not seeing it quite as much, I'll go back in. Oh, we take that. Take that. I think you have to hit driver. I mean, it's downhill a couple of yards, but I don't know, maybe we sawed off a little bit, intentionally go with the underswing. I think that was actually the play. Yeah, what's going on, New Age? Hello? Hello, hello? 230. Okay, let's just look at the flag here first. We got 228 to the front, 239, 238, 231, upper 220. Yeah, I think we just kind of go right at this. Maybe try and go for like an overpower. Ball's gonna want to turn left. That wind's gonna want to keep it a little bit straightened, so we'll go only here. I left the face open, but I did get 101. That helps. Alright, I would rather be on the green than sitting like short in that rough. It's downhill, so this is not gonna be an easy task. I don't even know how to begin reading this putt. Looks flat in the beginning at least. So what is the end of the putt doing? It's looking a little bit more right to left when I zoom out. Right to left. Then maybe left to right. I mean, I guess just straight putt it, right? And then how steep does it look from a distance? I'm just gonna hit it straight from back here. Try and, yeah, there's the right to left. I thought there's maybe some left to right towards the end of it. I mean, can't ask for much better of a lag putt there. There was just no way I was gonna read that putt properly. 1981 football, making jokes about how old they looked. The 80s were definitely some time ago now, huh? I guess we go hybrid, because I think if we go here, we're going to leave ourselves too much, but definitely trying to still leave a wedge and have a little bit of a side hill lie to contend with. 21. I mean, it's uphill. You're going to get probably about 118. Probably about 7 yards short. That's 118 to get to the hole. I think, yeah, that's an uphill, so we would want to land it just kind of right in this like 112 kind of number, but it's playing 118. Playing 3 yards longer, so we're trying to get about 115 on it. Try and squeeze a little bit extra. Lovely shot. Lovely shot. Look like insurance salesmen in their 30s. I believe it. I believe it. Probably made them all look way older than they actually were. A video on my build, Layden? I do not. I actually did at the start of this stream page through it, actually, conveniently enough. So if you want to scroll back there at some point and take a look at it, it at least has I at least page through the skills, talk about what my fittings are, and just page through the different skills. I probably repeated myself somewhere in there, but point being, I looked at it today because somebody asked in the comments, and I don't have a video for it, so. Did we just go down? 316, 320s. The wind's not really there. If I don't get to the bunker, though, that's a problem. If I don't get to the bunker, that's a serious problem. 340, if I land in the 320s, like, still getting 20 yards of bounce in the rough is a tough ask. I think with it being downhill. Trust in our swing a bit here. Only 304? That's really bad. I mean, that's actually just terrible. That's actually terrible. So what do we hit now? Trying to get creative here. Ah. That actually managed to take too much off of it. Yeah, that was the risk of going down here, was that we were going to put ourselves in a weird spot. Thought I was going to put myself in less of a risky position. But unfortunately, that does not appear to be the case. Okay. Is it? It's a downhill? It's a downhill putt. The fairway requires some extra, but it's downhill, so I'll just a touch extra. A little bit left to right. It's more left to right. That seems to take a par. It's gotta be a hole you can score on. That was terrible. Press knucklehead. Platform shoes. Horrible. Such a good bit. Oh man. I missed the old Frank Caliendo on the Fox pregame. 171. The 9-iron is gonna go long. Do we have enough club if we go 163, 166? I think we do. Maybe you have to give it just a touch. I think it has enough on the choke shot to just cover the front edge. So close. That's so close. Yeah, what's going on, Rio? Played round one and two with your technician build you wanted to try last week. Bad choice. The small things really add up. Less distance on the irons, way less shaping, less transition. Still played fine, but probably not gonna bother with the dual player setup. Yeah, it almost feels like if you're gonna go with a dual player, you like make another copy, like you build up an exact replica of your main build, and just take the green reader perk off, and like if there was another perk that you wanted to use instead, you would go with that. But honestly, I don't even think that much is worth it. I know, almost another ace. We've been very good at going after the hole. Okay, I need to restart my capture card apparently because I'm noticing audio desync. What's going on, McDermott? Playing the game with this difficulty? Pros enough for you? Pulling off great shots? Appreciate it. It's a lot of practice. I'll say that much. It's a lot of practice. But if you put the time in, I think you could surprise yourself with what you're capable of. Hashtag life lessons. He was playing like 230. I mean, this is too short. Not a hybrid. 239. 375. It's probably about pin high. Probably about pin high, so we want to take it back to, that seems to be like a slope. I'm gonna go 98%, take like 2 yards off of it. Landed a little bit too far. But that's a tough pin. I don't know that you're ever... Even if we hit that where we wanted to, I don't know that we're getting anywhere. Anywhere too good. That's a bunch of left to right the whole way. I gotta play this a little bit more with lag in mind. And then try and find like a fall line. Yeah? How's a fall line sound to you guys? I think I like the sound of that. 63%. Quad perfects. Come on. It's gonna run out of steam. Oh, that's a great 2-putt. It's a great 2-putt. Ooh, left the face open. Carry the bunker, please. Carry the bunker, please. Carry the bunker, please. Fairway. Nice. 3-putt, Bujek. First and medium putts and T6 and long putts. Ironic name then. If I have to say. A little much on the irony. But the guy with 3-putt in his name is #1 in putting. I mean, Scud's gotta be up there too. I mean, I would think that those two are the best putters at the moment. All right, 154, a little bit of wind at the back. 6, probably playing about 153. So I gotta take. If I want to land this short, 9 iron, I probably want to land like 4 or 5 yards short. Barely 52, so let's play it more like that 5 yards short. So 148 is kind of our number. I gotta take 9 yards off. I'm gonna play like 94. See if that's. We'll see if that's good. Ball's below the feet. Not by a lot. Wind should kind of hold it up. I left the face open. I could feel it. All that wonderful all that wonderful stuff for a bad execution. Federico, thank you for the YouTube sub. Thank you. Putting decides on its own. Oh yeah, it's proximity plus putting. It's proximity plus putting. You have to be a good putter, but the better your proximity is, you know, the further that goes. Because you don't have to be making putts like this. So like, it straightens out at the end, so it's really just, we got 69, nice. Really just how much slope is playing in the early goings. I hate that I did that. Because I had it, and then I was like, nah, it's gonna take a stronger line there. I could have made that putt. First during that week from long range, T59 and medium putts though. Well, I was less than 28% medium putts through the first 2 rounds of that tournament. So like, you want to talk about that being a killer? I think through that tournament I probably had missed upwards of like 8 makeable putts, or like a range where you should be making a lot more. $114. Got a few miles an hour of wind. It's probably playing like 117, which means I gotta shave like 9 yards off this 50 degree. Hmm. 2.5, 5, 7.5 is 6. 93? Hopefully this doesn't cut through the wind too much then. I'm gonna go 92 because I actually think with the 50 degree and everything that might be the case. Also, yeah, a little windier left to right. Why am I leaving the face open so much? Ah, we'd be money. It'd be money. I don't know where my. I need a left swing feel. Ball's above the feet. Ball's definitely above the feet. Okay, that changes things. Above the feet to start, first couple feet, then it straightens out. I'm seeing right to left that way. What camera angle am I looking for? Because this looks left to right. I don't know why this one looks left to right. I feel like it should be a right to left thing. That's looking a little bit straighter now. Can't be as aggressive. Right to left starts the line. And then as we get there at the end, I'm gonna go just outside the hole. Oh, come on. That just... There's not much you can do when it just freaking snaps off the foot like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I saw a little bit, but I'm not seeing it going 5 inches left in 2 feet. Like, those are the worst. I need 226 to cover. I need 226 to cover. It's a 231 pit. Like, I don't know how you sit this. That's kind of the problem here. Like, I'm gonna carry it like 229. I can maybe put a little bit of loft into it to sit it, but this thing's going past the hole. Did not finish left. Another downhill putt, nice. I have McDermott. I have. Wasn't a huge fan of the randomness that's baked into every shot. It just doesn't do it for me. Also, the lack of a course designer really takes away the longevity. I feel like this is all sliding right to left. How much right to left, I don't really know. Get it onto the ridge. Come on. What a putt. Need one of those to drop. Put me inside 100, right? Is that okay, though? I mean, I guess I can... And try and underswing it just a touch. Don't go in the rough. Oh, come on. I guess I should have just taken the 3-wood. That's sitting down in there a little bit, so I guess we'll just hit it stock here and let it take whatever roll. Looks like it's a little bit left to right. I'm gonna go a little bit left. Oh, we got all of it. There's no way I'm gonna know that though. There's no way I'm gonna know that. Yeah, unlimited courses. I mean, you get stuff like this, right? This is a real course that's been recreated in the game. Can't get that in EA. That's definitely a sharp right to left off of the base of this club. Sharp right to left, and then what feels like just like a slight gradient. We've seen this sharp and then slight gradient and down a hill that can have. This is gonna miss like way right because that's just my luck, but I can't not play it after the way that last one snapped. Pretty good read, honestly. Alright. Well, I can't wait to, at the end of this round, be like 12 strokes down to Scud, so that'll be pretty fun. I'm going out, well, that was a miss hit. So I'm going out a little bit more to the right because I don't want to get in that bunker. I can land it in the 130s. Be okay. Left the face open. I think if I hit that square, I would have actually needed to just take the full. We flew the last one, so you're playing a percentage. You're 100% playing a percentage. It's flattish, left to right up the hill. Deceptively right to left from like a looks situation, but I think this whole thing is left to right. %. Jeez, that's 100. Give it a little bit too much. Oh man. Man, oh man, oh man. Missed opportunities for sure in the first round. This round, I think it's just playing tougher. I mean, I think it's just playing tougher. I mean, we've definitely missed a few inputs as well. Like early on, had a couple of open faces. We flew this way long last time. 109. I'm not giving it. I'm almost gonna give this like 5 yards. I'm gonna give this like 5 yards of carry. So that's effectively playing like 115, 114, then get some wind at the back. Down the hill. 118. So I mean, you take like 4% off of it. I mean, I hope I'm judging this right. US Open. Which is apparently a good thing. Because I was still going to fly long. So that's like a 6 to 7 yard carry off of that downslope on the wedge. Actually insane. Actually insane. Seeing pretty strong right to left. Both ways at the start. Feel like it continues. I mean, it's gotta be moving slightly then the rest of the way, right? Oh, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating to make those reads and just miss them by that much every time. Alright, well. I wanna be happy with it, but I know that we've no. My expectations are a lot higher. My expectations are a lot higher. Yeah, there's Scud going 15-13. And meanwhile, we're 10-8. I mean, look at that. Obviously, there's still some other people left to play. I mean, heck, you've even got Bubs hopping in there. Guess he went 7-13. Yeah, just couldn't quite hit the points as well that second round. Yeah. This is tough though, right? Like missing a short putt, that was the stupid bogey. But like 75% on medium and then 25% long, I mean the long is under average. I think the medium is still under. I mean, where does 75 fall? I guess 75 is still decent, but like, I don't know, man. Shouldn't be missing that many, in my opinion. Anywho, gotta try not to be so harsh. Obviously, our expectations are sky high, but we'll come back at it tomorrow. I mean, look at this. So, Scud's at 51. Next best is 39. So Bubs played decent. Obviously, Scud played way better than everybody else's. 4 rounds in the 50s. We sniffed 50 in round 1. But yeah, we're gonna need a 21 under weekend, which is something we can do. Something we can do to get into the 30s. I mean, it would be nice to get into the 40s, but one round at a time. One round at a time. So we'll tackle rounds 3 and 4 tomorrow. And we will call it quits for the night with that. So I just want to say, as always, thank you oh so much for hanging out, watching tonight. Appreciate you all. We stream Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern until about this time, sometimes a little bit earlier. It depends on how long the rounds take and all that jazz. But yeah, we'll be back. Drop a follow, drop a sub on the YouTube to make sure you don't miss it. And then yeah, I think that's the main thing. Drop a like on the YouTube video if you're watching over there. It helps immensely when you drop the likes on the streams. But yeah, we're gonna go find somebody to get out of here and host, and then I'm gonna get off to bed, and we'll run it back tomorrow. Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. So let me see who's streaming, who we could possibly send you guys over to. If I had to guess, they're probably ending pretty soon. So let's drop you guys off at Vandy. He's playing round 1 of seemingly everything. So go say hello to him. Playing some True Sim, Happy Tea Friends, which is CC. Kinetic, the Plat qualifier. All sorts of golfing. Go wish him luck in his rounds and have a wonderful night. Again, I'll see you back here tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. All right, that's enough of my spiel. Bye.